The idea here is not to clean this end face, but to demonstrate the phenomenon that soils that are on the end face can be moved from the horizontal ferrule to the vertical. This is a carbon black contaminant, and it extends over the entire end face almost down to the chamfer. The contention here also is that the type of solvent you use, disregard that the HFE 7100s won't remove this type of soil, but one of the problems with those cleaners is that they evaporate too quickly. And the result is that in the drying process, in the a vacuum drying process, for example, residual contamination can remain outside of zone 3 and quite possibly on the vertical ferrule. And again, unlikely that it's going to be a Sharpie marker, but it could be dust or it could be some sort of an oily soil. So let's take a small amount of solvent, place it on the end face, and immediately what you see is the phenomenon where the solvent is emulsifying the contaminant and then being driven down onto the vertical ferrule. Now, in the vacuuming process of the direct spray machine, this area here would be dried, but because the solvent evaporates so quickly, it can leave residual contamination behind. Let's give it another drop. And once again, you see that the phenomenon is in fact repeatable. Were we to dry this, there is no measure, no visual measure, no test measure to know if we have cleaned the vertical ferrule, and there is very limited evaluation outside of zone 3.